We have only just started our around the world sailing trip, but it's already been packed full of adventure. There's been amazing swimming in warm waters. I've learned how to drive the dinghy at ludicrous speeds. We've been to some of the most beautiful anchorages that are completely deserted. And we've seen so many different types of wildlife, including some of the biggest animals on the planet. But this week was seriously epic. Yeah, that's me climbing off an iceberg. If you want to see how I got here, then keep watching because it was no easy task. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to join our adventure.
We're off to our next anchorage.
It's called Mayor's Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, what was this one called? We were going to say.
Oh, stand by.
Lyman Harbour.
Yeah, Lyman Harbour. We always seem to leave at night. We have such a good time in these places and we just don't want to leave. And then but we do want to wake up in a new place. So it's night again, 7 o'clock. Hopefully we'll be in before it's dark.
It's a good thing about Canada, it gets dark so late.
Yeah, too bad we're in America.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, see you on the way.
Yep. Oh. Caught something.
Is blowing at 24 or 25 knots. We only have one sail out because there's a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wavy. I guess the waves probably don't look that big on camera.
Yeah.
But we've hit 13 knots surfing down a wave. We have one engine on because we need to get there quickly because as you can see the darkness is coming.
Yeah.
So.
And just as we were coming out of the anchorage, we were pulling out the sail, a whale came in front of us. Huge tail up in the air, and we stood to the side of it, but it was right in front of us, and it was huge. I reckon it might have been the same one as yesterday.
Yeah, it was maybe saying hello again, but man was it freaky.
Yeah, right in front of the boat.
Anyway, we'll see you when we get there.
We're in Mayor's Chuck. It's an adorable little town. Little wooden houses on a rocky outcrop. We're going to go have a look in a sec before we leave. But last night it was very dark and late when we got in. It was quite a windy ride over here and we definitely need to get better at putting things in safe spots for crossings. One thing in particular, this induction cooktop, which we thought was a good idea to have removable so that we could take it outside and cook, we're going to have to put into the countertop. And quite a few other things we need to just get better with. Also, when we were coming in last night past the rocks, we almost hit another boat because it didn't have its proper lights on. But all good in the end, and we're here safe. We're going to go have a look at the town. The tides here are crazy. You can see how high it comes up, like 6 meters. Or 20 feet or something like that. So we tried to order some cinnamon rolls because we saw it on a review on Navionics when we were coming here, but it had the wrong phone number, so we didn't get any. We've got it now, but we weren't going to stay tonight. Maybe we'll get some on the way back through if we're lucky. They've got some real estate here on the town news board in Mayor's Chuck. This one in particular, $47,000 for the lot of land, and one of its prime features listed is prime spot for halibut fishing. So I think Darcy wants to move here. We may not be leaving.
We are definitely going to catch a halibut before we go.
I already have caught one.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
Speak for yourself.
So we get 3 steps away from the marina. I don't know if you call it marina, from the dock. And she found a huckleberry bush. And this is where we've been for the past 5 minutes now.
We may be here for a while. I mean, you're moving to this town, so... My favourite.
What have you found now?
Blueberries. They're more rare than the huckleberries on this trip so far. We got about 5 meters.
All of these are going to be on my pancakes.
I reckon we should go pick some of those wild blueberries as well. On to the next stop. We filled this with berries. It's the only container we had on it in the bag. The evidence. There's heaps of berries. We just took what we needed for breakfast tomorrow though, but there's thousands left if anyone wants to come.
Show us, show us.
Yeah. Blueberries and huckleberries. My favorite.
Which ones?
The huckleberries. The blueberries, we can get them in Australia, although they're not the wild type. Huckleberries I've never had before coming here. And same with the thimbleberries and the salal berries, never had them before. So pretty awesome that we can just pick them everywhere.
Pancakes tomorrow?
Yeah.
Let me see those hands. Those hands are the hands of a berry thief.
Caught red-handed or purple-handed.
Alright, we got the sails up. We're just ghosting along here. There's only about 6 knots of wind. And it's right behind us. So I think we're supposed to sail like off the wind or something to get, like, go faster. But yeah, I don't know.
And so, we don't have that far to go. We're kind of just ducking around these rocks here, so.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, sailing at 3 knots is still sailing at 3 knots.
Yep.
We'll be there in no time. We seriously won't. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, we may arrive at darkness again.
We made it to Vixen Inlet. It is gorgeous here. The wind died a little bit on the way here, but we still were able to sail most of the way, which was good, and only had to turn the motors on at the very end.
Yeah, it's really, really beautiful. There's mountains and the forest everywhere, which is like really pretty. I can't believe there's no one else here again.
It's empty. It's absolutely empty. We didn't see any boats. There was one fishing boat we saw on the way here, but nothing else. No. And it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. It's 8 in the morning. It's a beautiful, rainy, overcast day. It actually still looks really cool outside with the mountains and the fog and everything. But we're making pancakes. We have our fresh picked wild berries from yesterday. I guess yesterday picked wild berries. And then we have my family's super secret pancake recipe, which makes gigantic pancakes. So it's pancake time.
And we got maple syrup.
And we got maple syrup. Real maple syrup.
We've really liked our time in Alaska so far, so much so that we're going to go further north than we had been planning with the small amount of time that we've got. We're going to have to move pretty quickly, but there's so much to see and do, so it's hard.
Yeah, and we are definitely not leaving until we see a bear, catch a bigger halibut, and we're going to make it to a glacier.
Yeah.
It's It's a beautiful sunny day here in Vixen Inlet. We are going bear hunting.
Not hunting, bear
spotting.
Bear spotting.
Bear viewing. Every time we went to look for a bear, it's ended in failure. There is no reason this isn't going to be any different, but we're still going to try. Worst case scenario, we get a nice tour of Vixen Inlet, the flats, which you can't go on unless the tide is up. And the tide is dropping, so we need to go. So let's go.
We searched miles and miles of shoreline all day and didn't spot any bears. Just a couple of birds that were cool in their own right. After spending 6 hours in the dinghy, we exhausted all areas that we could access, so we sent in the drone. After 3 batteries and still nothing, we felt pretty defeated. Just as we were giving up on the day and had returned to Supernova, we saw a black bear.
What did we just see?
A bear! Yay, finally! I was on the boat watching the sunset, which is super pretty behind me, and then I just saw the most adorable little black bear, or big black bear probably, walking along the shore, minding its own business. Let's just walk along.
Yeah! First Alaskan bear.
First bear, man.
First bear, yeah.
Don't have bears in Australia.
There is, well, you got koala bears.
No, we don't. We have koalas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, so cute.
We're hopefully gonna find some more of those too.
Yeah. So cute. Like a teddy bear, but I'm sure it's not as cute as teddy bears, or as kind and nice and cuddly, but they look adorable. We love them. It was a very rewarding end to a long day. With bear spotting checked off the list, we set sail for the closest glacier, which was about 100 miles away. Yesterday we were coming up further north towards a glacier, but we were looking at the forecast and there's a lot of clouds and rain in it, and we've already had a lot of cloudy days, so our power on our batteries has gone way down because we do have the electric cooking and then we've got all the electronics.
And we still have alternator problems, so
Yeah.
we're not getting any power from our alternators, so we're running purely off of solar, which means we're running out of power.
Yeah, very, very low. And the fridge is full of food and fish that we've caught, and yeah, we do have the gas barbecue, but there's only so many hot dogs and burgers we can take.
So this is our last chance in a while if we're going to buy not an alternator. We have one, doesn't work. If we're going to buy a generator, so we're going to go generator shopping, and it's going to hurt.
Probably, because we're in Alaska, so things more expensive here. We did get a mechanic when we got here yesterday evening to come down to the boat and have a look, and he went through everything with the alternator and can't figure out why we can't get it to work either.
So let's go buy a generator.
G'day mate, how you going? We've checked a bunch of shops and we've also looked on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist because we were really hoping we could get something secondhand so it would be cheaper, and it's only our backup. Plus we're hoping to get the alternators fixed, so it will be our backup. So we didn't want to spend too much money, but we can't find anything secondhand. and most of the shops either have really, really big ones or really expensive ones, or actually don't have any, and a couple of the shops said that they haven't been able to get any small ones in for ages. But we found one, so we're going to walk back to that shop and we think we're going to get it.
Yeah, we're going to bite the bullet, get it. It's nice and small at least, so
yeah,
it'll pack away.
Yeah. It's a cute town though. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright.
Ouch.
Very much ouch. There's lots of ouches in this country, but I love it still.
Getting bubble tea.
Alright.
I'm obsessed with bubble tea. I have to get it everywhere I go.
Which is a lot of places in Alaska, surprisingly.
Surprisingly, it's everywhere.
What flavour did you get?
Strawberry.
Actually, no, I had some already.
There's a bite missing out of my bubble tea. We plugged in while we were here, but it's only 20 amps, so we don't quite have a full charge yet. But we have the generator now, so we'll never need to do this again.
We've left Wrangell, got the generator, so we shouldn't have any more power troubles. Fingers crossed it all works okay so that we can stay up here without worrying about completely running out of power again, which was a bit scary and worrying given a lot of stuff on board needs electricity, especially the electronics. Anyway, we're up north now, going to go through an area called the Dry Straits, which isn't well charted it seems, and we talked to a few locals about whether we can actually get through there. Definitely not at low tide, but at high tide we're hoping it should be okay. And yeah, it's heading further north towards some special things like glaciers and more hot springs. This is Yvette from the not too distant future, and let me tell you about the terrible decision that we just made. This is a satellite photo of the Dry Straits. Clearly it looks like mud. This is the course that we planned on taking. We'd heard it was possible for small boats to get through at high tide, and it would save hours and cost much less in fuel. Because today was a particularly high tide, we thought we could make it. We quickly began to regret our decision and spent the next few hours at a snail's pace trying not to run aground in water you could not see through.
We're about halfway through. Now we've gotten to the part where a local wrote on the charts that we follow a certain path. But we're at 2.9 meters, so just under 9 feet or just over 9 feet. So we're still kind of in the thick of it here. We maybe regret going this way.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. Now we're seeing 1.5, 1.6 on the depth meter, so that's not really that great. Yeah. Just stand by, I guess, to see if we're staying here for the night or until the next really high tide.
Or attempting to turn back.
Yeah. It's like over there where it's saying to go, like I can see it's fucking shallower. Fuck.
When the depth gauge told us the bottom of the boat was only half a metre or 1.5 feet away from hitting the bottom, something completely unexpected happened.
It looks like we might have made it here. We're back into the 4s for depth. I never want to do that again. That was incredibly stupid. The next high tide that was that high wasn't for a couple of days, and we would have been stuck.
Yeah.
But it looks like we're in the clear now. Whew! On the plus side, now we're only about a mile away from our anchorage, which is awesome. Oh. We made it to Ideal Cove.
It's already colder than before, so I'm having a hot chocolate.
There's one other boat here. We're not sure if they're here yet or if they're exploring the glacier. They're over there. And yeah, we're gonna probably hang out for the night and then go explore the glacier in the morning.
Super excited.
I'm going to be putting a bigger fuel tank in the dinghy. This fuel tank is on its way out, and a fuel tank, which you cannot see right now, is on its way in. So I'm going to be running the fuel hose under the floor of the dinghy and mounting the new fuel tank at the very front of the dinghy. That is what it looks like with the fuel hose run through it, and it's coming out the bottom of the floor, and now I have to stick a gas tank in there. That's what the fuel tank looks like inside. Perfect.
Iceberg! Straight ahead! We're going up to LeConte Glacier today. It's an absolutely beautiful day. It started off cloudy and a little bit rainy, but now the sun's come out and it's actually pretty warm. It's spectacular. We're gonna see if we can make it all the way up in the big boat, but we'll see how we go. There's icebergs everywhere and little seals, and I've never seen anything like it. You better get back to the helm. We're picking our way through the absolute minefield of little icebergs on our way to the glacier.
Little icebergs. Some of these icebergs are the same size as this vessel.
Yeah. The big ones aren't so much the trouble, it's all the little ones that are covering the whole area. It's crazy. but it's amazing. Definitely the most epic thing I've ever seen.
There's little like spots you can kind of weave through and get to a little bit of open water for a little bit. So we've been kind of picking our way up. It's taken us like an hour and a half to go like half a mile.
Yeah. But it'll be worth it when we get to the glacier.
Yeah, we're so close. This is what catamarans were built for.
Fiberglass catamarans.
We made it! Yay! We took a catamaran almost all the way up to the glacier. There's like a wall of ice, but we're like within 500 meters. It's right there, right there. I can touch it. I can't actually touch it.
Can't touch it, but we're gonna send in the drone.
Had like 2 hours alone with no tour boats. It was magic.
Yeah.
All the tour boats just showed up. There's like 5 tour boats behind us and a plane circling overhead and everything. So
time to go.
Time to go. Time to try and get out. There's still a lot of ice in front of us.
It's gonna take a few hours, so we better go. Yeah. But yeah, you can still see the glacier behind it. It's so amazing. I've never ever seen anything so cool.
Amazing. Catamarans for the win.
Yeah, can't believe we got to it. This is amazing, but it was a terrible idea. It's definitely not bikini weather in Alaska. Give me a hot chocolate stat. Woo! Hey!
How about that hot chocolate?
How about that? Where is it? I expect it service. I need a jumper, hot chocolate, maybe a drink or two. It was a dream come true to have a photo on an iceberg. This is the best day ever. We went all out for this week's video. If you had fun watching, give us a like. And if you like Aussies on icebergs, then you gotta subscribe. See you next Friday.